Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Avengers 2024 wave, the Void Build-A-Figure. Here we have the last figure in the wave before we take a look at the Build-A-Figure. Here we have Black Panther, another Black Panther, one that looks really good, don't get me wrong. But it's just fairly soon after we got this one. I guess maybe almost a year and a half now, I guess, at this point. Or just over a year. I think it's a little soon to give us another Black Panther, which is essentially the same. But obviously there's different things to this, but it's like it's the same head sculpt, it's the same body. I just think it was a little too soon, in my opinion, but, you know, it is what it is. We have this one. Toy Biz released one that was very similar to this. It had the black and the gold. Hasbro has not given us that, so, you know, now we do have that. It's going to be a good one for sure. The cape is going to be all big and stuff. But again, it just wasn't necessary to give us another Black Panther figure already. I don't know that it was. But that's just my opinion on it, because this was an excellent Black Panther figure that I just don't think we needed a follow-up to. But it is what it is. It does not come with a Build-A-Figure part, so it's not one that you need to buy to be able to build the Void, which is on one hand is good, so you have that option there. So we'll see. I got my set from Big Bad Toy Store. Amazon has also started shipping them out. You will not find this wave at big box retail, so no Target, no Walmart. Local comic shops, specialty shops, you might see them at GameStop. Those are the type of retail you'll find these at, but primarily online. So just a heads up on that. Looking at the package, we get a Black Panther logo up at the top. We get the Black Panther artwork there on the side, looking really good. We get a better look at it there. The bio reads, King T'Challa, the Black Panther, protects his home of Wakanda armed with superhuman abilities and the precious metal vibranium. As you can see, he is the last one on the wave that we are going to take a look at before we look at the Void Build-A-Figure. So here we go. Let's get into it and let's check him out. Okay, so here is the Black Panther figure out of the package, and as expected, it is really, really good. Again, was it necessary? And I think that's going to be the question. Is it necessary to add to your collection? If you're a big Black Panther fan, absolutely. If you have the other Black Panther one, maybe you don't need to add this one to your collection. So it's just kind of one of those things. But again, it does look really good. In terms of accessories, we only get this pair of fists. That is the only extra thing that he comes with. No Build-A-Figure part or anything like that. He does have that big-ass cape, but that is stuck onto the figure, and I'll talk about that when we get in for the closer look. So we have a pair of fists, and that is all that we're going to have for Black Panther. And then there he is. So let's go ahead and get in for a closer look. Okay, so here we have the Black Panther figure out of the package, and he looks pretty good. There's one major thing that I really hate about this, actually, is the design of the cape. Like, look at the collar. It's way high up in the front and low in the back, and I guess that's normal-ish. It just looks really weird. Like, if Black Panther wants to look to the side, like, dude ain't looking over that collar. That just, it kind of sucks. And because it's not cloth and because it's hard, you know, it's just going to be one of those things where he's really not going to be able to look past it. Like, he can't see, man. It's just kind of weird in my opinion. But, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. It's just, it's kind of funky a little bit. That's my biggest gripe about the cape. The other thing is, the cape's not going to be removable. See this thing here in the chest? It's actually keyed and pegged in there. Now, I tried to pry it out a little bit. I'm not going to put that much effort into it, to be honest with you, because I don't like damaging stuff, because that could potentially damage. And if it doesn't easily come out, it's not designed to really come out. So that's there. I'm sure a lot of people are going to pop it out to kind of see what they can do. It's not something that I can do. I went as far as to pop this out of the cape itself. It just ports right on in there, because obviously this is a separate piece from the cape itself. But yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. It's gold plastic in there. Looks like a little bit of gold paint, like the teeth portions or just the plastic. And it looks like there's a little bit of gold paint actually added in there. And then a tiny dot of red in there. His eyes are gold, as you can see. And then he's got these bracelets here that are just floating pieces. Those are gold plastic, both on the right and the left. His claws are painted in gold, so that's nice that we got those painted. The previous Black Panther, though, they weren't all black, so his gloves were gray, but his claws themselves were not painted. And then here, this Black Panther is all black. So not a whole lot of paint going on, but these things here at the waist, those are glued and keyed into the torso, so they had to do a modified torso. I don't know how that works when it comes to stuff, if that's going to be an all-new molding, or if they can use existing molding and then add in the keyed portions after the fact or during the process. Again, I have no idea. It is the Vulcan torso, the Vulcan body torso. Oh, you know what? There is definitely some noticeable differences in there, so scratch that. it's definitely a modified torso where they would have had to change it out, because I'm looking at the muscle definition and the six-pack. It is different, and then here on his chest you can see some of the curvatures of the muscle is actually different. So modified torso, it's not the same torso. So whereas the rest of the figure is the exact same, legs, arms, hips, all of that, the torso is in fact different. So different torso, but the head sculpt is the same. Is it the same? Is it the same? It looks the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Is it the same? Yeah, it's... Is it? It's just... Is it? Yeah, it's. I would say the head sculpts are the same. I know it took me a while to kind of look at that, but I better pay closer attention to the details. But different torso, so it's not in fact the Vulcan torso, but it's essentially, very similar. It's got the butterfly joints, everything in there, but that's kind of the only difference. So there we go. So some gold, otherwise it is an all black figure for Black Panther. So now let's go ahead and check out the articulation. Okay, so Black Panther's articulation, he can look all the way up there, which is good. It's on a disc hinge. He can look down that much there. There's some pivot. There's no pivot, but you can do a full rotation. But again, he can't see to the side of him. Like, if somebody's over here ready to attack, he's probably going to hear him. Sure, he's got reflexes and everything, but he can't see. It's just weird. The shoulder, you can get the shoulder to go straight on out, which is good. You get a full rotation in that shoulder. There is a butterfly joint, but it's going to be tricky because this cape, again, non-removable cape. You can get the shoulder to go back that far. I know that there are modifications that can be done. Rick, Art with Toys, has done a bunch of modifications on the shoulders to get those butterflies to work a little bit better. Going back. Going forward, though, there's a little bit, but it's just really going to hit, the pec, the torso in there. But you do get some crossbodies. You can see it starts to kind of go out there. We got the upper biceps swivel in there, double jointed pinless elbow there, that much bend. You get the wrist swivel and hinge, standard horizontal hinge on those clawed hands, and the fists. They are the same. We got the ab crunch in here, so crunch forward on Black Panther is that much. I guess that's decent enough. Going back is a little bit. Can't even really tell how far back. Oh, I guess that's it there. So the cape is going to be a problem, trying to, crunch it back. Waist swivel. These gold parts here are pliable enough that as you swivel it around, it moves easily with that. Legs go out that far apart. He can't kick forward. A little stiff. You can kick forward that far. The leg goes back ever so slightly. Upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee. We get that bottom nice bend there at the knee. There is the calf swivel there. And then foot hinges down, hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there we go. Different torso, but essentially a Vulcan body. Again, a very good Black Panther figure. Don't get me wrong. The cape just bothers me that you can't remove it. And then the collar piece just really, why? Shouldn't the whole thing just be high? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Maybe that's just my only gripe. You guys let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, so for side-by-side comparisons, I wasn't going to bring out all of the Black Panther figures that we have. There's been quite a few of them over the years, but I wanted to bring out the two most similar to show you guys, because a lot of you guys probably picked this one up. Is this one better? Maybe so. It definitely stands out more because of the gold. But because the styles of the cape, this one's going to be able to move a little bit better than this one. The cape isn't going to be as much of a hindrance. Plus, you could remove this cape if you really wanted to. I do really like the gold accenting on there. So it's something where you could, I'm sure customizers can do this, and there's people that know how to do these, because you could pop off some of these parts, and the all black and gold would look really good on here, or just simply the all black would look really nice. But either one, they're very, very similar. So either one, I think you're going to be good with. It's just a matter on your preference on how you would like that cape to look. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, which Black Panther figure do you like more? Which one do you think is better? Again, very, very similar, but you guys let me know your preference in the comments below. Okay, so here we have the entire wave now, minus the Void Build-A-Figure. He will be the next video, which I'm going to record immediately following this one. So Happy New Year, everybody. New Year's Eve, you will have both this video and the Void Build-A-Figure video. A few hours apart. But here we have the entire wave. Again, kind of a mixture of characters, but solid enough. I think there's going to be figures in here that people will really want for their collection, and then figures that I think people are definitely going to pass on. But you guys let me know in the comments below your thoughts overall on this wave. I think it's a decent enough wave. Again, I think a few, are easy passes for folks, but the ones to really pick up is definitely going to be Vision and Power Princess. Those ones are superb. Crystar is an interesting one because it's a super obscure character that's Marvel, but there's some things like kind of outside the Marvel universe but inside the Marvel universe. I know there's some weird things going on there because there was like a separate toy line and things like that. So it is pretty interesting. So you guys let me know your thoughts on the wave as a whole, or which figures in particular that you really want to add to your collection, which ones you're passing on. I think Namor, Rita, Justice are definitely going to be the peg warmers over there, probably followed by Namor, and then Crystar, Power Princess, Vision. Black Panther Black Panther's a toss-up. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to lie. If people could pass on it because they don't need it to buy a Build-A-Figure piece, whereas the other ones they will. So it's kind of one of those things, toss-up. But you guys let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.